If you want to make a lot of money and you want to be successful, you need to become a rockstar listing agent. Do you enjoy working with buyers, Courtney?
I do, yes, very much so.
All right, please stop. If you want to make money in real estate, if you want to keep your sanity, if you want to make a lot of money and you want to be successful, you need to become a rockstar listing agent. I know that's not your question, how do I find buyers? I tell you, the only reason I like for you to find buyers is because a lot of them become sellers. Many of the buyers who need to move up can be good sellers, or they become sellers 2, 3, 4 years down the road. But as a profitable business model, focusing on the buyers can be enjoyable, it can be fun, especially if those are people you know. It can be somebody from your sphere. It's a lot of fun helping them find that perfect house. But you're going to run, especially in this market, into a lot of problems. One is just to find them the right property. That can take weeks and months. That's number one. Number two, getting your offer accepted. I spoke with an agent last week. Get this. He put a great house on the market, 102 offers. 102 offers on that listing. So you're going to find yourself in a pile of other offers very often. No contingencies, either that, all cash. Sometimes even sight unseen. We've seen that. I interviewed Shayna Gates, rockstar from Northern California. They now selling 20% of her inventory sight unseen, people who just see pictures and do virtual tours. So if you want to sustain this business and make good money and enjoy your time off and not work weekends every weekend and control your income, you got to focus on 3 things: skills, systems, and action towards seller leads instead of buyer leads. Why do you prefer buyers? I'm just curious.
Well, actually, the team that I work on, that's how you start off as a buyer agent, and then you have to work your way to the sell side. So I haven't really explored that side yet.
I would suggest start exploring right now. The sooner the better. Because you're going to find yourself spending insane amount of time. Have you experienced that? A lot of time with buyers showing property or trying to even find the property?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Now imagine you find that property, you're going to write an offer. It's going to be a good offer. Full price, maybe even over asking price. And you're not going to get it. That's very common. That's very common. I have yet to see a property that gets one offer. It's usually multiple offers, very strong offers. So, okay, but in all fairness, I wanted to answer your questions. How do you find the right buyer? Easiest, fastest way, especially for a new agent, you have 2 options. You're going to spend money or you're going to spend time and effort. What's your budget? Do you have a good budget? Can you run a couple $1,000s a month campaigns like direct mail and Facebook advertising and pay-per-click and all that? Are you in that position, Courtney?
I guess I could put some money out. Yeah, I could.
Okay, so that's one option. Facebook ads right now attract a lot of buyers. If you start posting even other people's listings, get their permission, of course, but strong listing agents who have good inventory, nice properties, start running ads. Here are the properties available. You're going to attract buyers. Second, if you can, I don't know, what is the situation in St. Louis right now? Can you do open houses, or are you on full lockdown?
Yes, yeah, open houses seem to be my biggest spot to find buyers.
Yeah. So find a good listing, make sure it's in a desirable area. Usually first-time buyer range works well. Clean property, do a great open house. You should get a great turnout. I mean, I worked with one of my local agents, Mike here locally, got 410 people on one open house. Now, this was a weekend open house, Saturday and Sunday, but it was a huge turnout. He had a food truck, it was like an event, very well promoted, heavily marketed. He involved his affiliates, so they were part of it. But out of that, my guess is there are probably 10 transactions in that. Okay? So that's the second thing you can do. So 1 would be Facebook ads, 2 will be your open houses, and 3, I would start reaching out to your sphere. Hey, who do you know who would like to move? How big is your sphere of influence right now, Courtney? How many people do you have in your database?
Well, my personal sphere of influence, I have about 200 people. I mean, it's not very big at all.
No, actually, I disagree. 200 is a really good number. You know why? According to U.S. Census Bureau, about 10 to 12% of the U.S. population will move this year. 10%. So out of 200, that's 20 potential moves. I'm not good with math, but that's what. Am I right? It's about 20, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have about 20 potential moves there in your sphere. But here's where it gets even better. Those 200 people know more people. And the average people, the number that they know who are close people that they actually know. It's not like those Facebook friends and Instagram friends. It's about 250. So now you have a network of several thousand people, out of which some are looking for a home right now. So here's the secret. They need to know 4 things about you. Number 1, who you are. They need to know your face, your name. Number 2, what you do. That you help, let's just say, first-time buyers in St. Louis find a dream home and negotiate a great price for them. Number 3, they need to know how to get in touch with you. So if your Uncle Bob suddenly has a neighbor who's thinking about buying, they know, oh, Courtney's in real estate. She's my niece. Let's get in touch with her. So they need to know what's your email, what's your cell number, how to get hold of you. And number 4, and this is the big one, this is the pillar, this is the platform that it stands for, that you can be trusted. That if Uncle Bob sends you the neighbor, or if you get a referral, you're going to do a good job for them. So you establish this through your marketing, through your communications, through social media, that you can be trusted. You help people, you care about them, that you're not just a needy salesperson out there for a commission. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does make sense.
So these are just some of the ways. They're quick. Finding buyers these days, it is not that hard. But again, remember what we said earlier, Courtney. Go for listings. Develop systems, and they don't need to be complicated, but start shifting your focus, your energy, and start learning the skills of a strong listing agent. That would be my suggestion. Because that way, in any market, you're going to do well. And I know it's a cliche, it's been said a million times, those who list last. It is true. Because you control your time, you control your market, you control your business, you control your income, and you can scale it. It's not a coincidence if you look at the team leaders and agents who are real rock stars are all listing agents. You never see them on weekends chauffeuring people around, showing properties and all that. They have people like you and others, newer agents or agents who are part of the team, who do the legwork for them. Because they know it can be incredibly time consuming and it's not very profitable. Yeah? So it's great that you're on the team.
Yeah.
That's a good opportunity to learn the ropes, learn the market, learn the details. But the moment you decide, I'm ready to build a strong, profitable listing business, it's time to shift. And I would do it now. You've been in the business long enough to start growing it, going in that direction. And if it means leaving the team, so be it. Because at the end, you pay your mortgage, you pay your bills, it's your operation. Nobody's responsible but you. Is that helpful?
That is very helpful.
Good deal. Any questions?
I appreciate it.
Any more
I
questions?
guess I would have another question if
Yes,
nobody
ma'am.
else is going to be getting on. But I wonder how you capture people at open houses. I mean, when you are there in front of them, what's your go-to?
Very good question. How do you capture people at open houses? My suggestion would be you can do it the old-fashioned way, just a good old sign-in sheet, pen and paper. Or you can use something like an iPad. There are apps for it. Open Home Pro, I think, is one of them, where they have to sign it. But I would make every visitor sign in. And I would do it in a non-douchey, non-aggressive way, but I would explain, this is to protect you, to protect the seller. You're entering private property, especially in these days. We need to know who comes through. So if you would be so kind, please sign in. And you get their first name, their email, their phone number. And you tell them, look, I'm not here to spam you or bother you or anything, but maybe there is something I can do for you down the road to help you. And then you offer something of value. My suggestion would be, would you like a list of homes that just hit the market, that nobody else knows about it yet? Would that be helpful? Because in this market, it's pretty tough to find a perfect home. So if it isn't just, so I can follow up with you, it's more about, this is the benefit, this is the value. But I would make everybody who enters the house, because they're entering private property, give their name and number. And if you ask with confidence, authority, but also in a non-aggressive way, most people will have no problem signing in. So you get their name, you get their contact information, then and right after the open house, you text them a quick little, hey, thank you, it was great meeting you, sorry things got a little busy, how can I help? Because what you want to do is ascend them into a conversation as soon as possible. Get them in a dialogue. What are you guys looking for? Where do you live now? What do you like most about the neighborhood? Where would you like to live? What is something that your new house absolutely has to have? What would be nice to have? Have you seen anything that you fell in love with yet? How soon would you like to move into your dream home? Those are some of the questions that I would ask. Yeah?
Yep, I agree, and that's helpful. And I think sometimes I go at it more of a salesperson and less helpful. So I think that's a good tip.
Here is something that would help you, and this is not just working with buyers or an open house. This is just an overall framework of how you interact with your prospects, and that is high intention. Very high intention. That means I want to help. I'm eager to help. I'm passionate. I'm optimistic. I'm happy to do what I do. I enjoy helping with people, talking to people, discovering what is their situation, what is their problem, how can I help. So I have a very high intensity when it comes to the intention, but I have no attachment. That means if somebody tells me, oh no, my uncle, he's going to represent us, I don't go like, oh shit. Or if it doesn't work out, if I feel like I really can't help these people, they're either not motivated or they're definitely not qualified, or there's something that we just don't click, it doesn't emotionally crush me. I'm not attached to the commission where I need the deal, because neediness is a deal killer. If people can pick up that you're needy, that you're slightly desperate, that you have, my friend David Serpa calls it so well, he calls it the commission breath. If you can drop that, and I know it's not easy, this is not an easy thing to do, not be attached to the outcome, not be so stuck on, I must get paid, I need to sell them something. Where you can go in thinking, there's plenty of business. I mean, think about it this way, Courtney, this will help you. Last year, there were more homes sold in modern history of real estate than ever before. 6.8 million according to some sources. NAR report 6.8. I saw Keeping Current Matters like 6.5. But anyway, over 6 million homes. That's a lot of business. And they project that this year will be about the same. As long as the interest rates stay as low as they are right now, we're going to see another stellar year when it comes to units sold. So all around you, there's a lot of opportunity. That should inspire you and start making you see that there are plenty of people who want to buy, there are plenty of people who want to sell, there are plenty of chances for you to connect with somebody, to be their guide, to help them and sell them something. But you do that with high intention, no attachment. Okay? And this is something that is both mindset and practice. But if you do a lot of lead generation, a lot of prospecting, and a lot of follow-up, some will always get away. Even the biggest rock stars, even the top agents don't get them all. Nobody gets them all. But if you do enough, there's plenty. Plenty. Yeah?
Yep, very helpful.
All right,
and
Courtney.
I appreciate that reminder.
Awesome. Thanks for the call. Enjoyed talking with you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.